Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today, we're going to talk about Chainlink and its valuation against USD, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. If you guys like the content, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Let's go ahead and jump in. So, today was an interesting day, not just in crypto, but across a lot of markets. Most markets went down. One of the interesting things is that DXY, the US dollar currency index, however, was up, which is pretty standard. Now, be that as it may, Chainlink certainly did not get the memo that today was, a bad day for most cryptocurrencies. I mean, Bitcoin down about 1% at the time of this video, Ethereum down 1.5% or so, and so on and so forth. But Link up about 6%. If you look at the week, Bitcoin is down 10%, Ethereum down 4, DOT down 6, Link is up 9%. So this shows yet again why having Link in a portfolio tends to be a good idea. It's not financial advice, but again, if you just calculate out your Sharpe ratio, your risk adjusted returns, having Chainlink in that portfolio improves your risk adjusted returns. And it's because on days like this that we see time and time again where Bitcoin is down and subsequently a lot of the rest of the market is down. Chainlink, on the other hand, a lot of times can be up during these days where most of the market is down. One of the things that I think is pretty interesting. This is our exponential FIP bands. Remember, these are bands we do not expect to hold forever, and arguably we clearly broke down below them. So far, I'm just leaving the bands up, seeing if we can get back on course or not. Clearly, this was our first major Bitcoin bubble against Link that we've had because Link was launched back in late 2017. And since then, it has not really experienced a significant surge in the price of Bitcoin since then, since it first launched. And so this is the first one, and we simply did not know how Link would behave in a Bitcoin bull market. We knew in a bear market, we knew in an accumulation phase. This is the first time we ever saw Link really experience a Bitcoin bull market start moving. And in it, you can see we dumped back down after our summer Link bubble. Now we've returned back in to the lower part of this band. Hopefully we can get back into the green band and maybe one day even back into the red band. Of course, it would take a lot of work to get up to those levels, especially since as we show, they are increasing exponentially. I mean, this is an exponential FIP. Another thing that we want to show is the bull market support band. So historically, the Link Bitcoin valuation spends most of its time above this band. And when it's above the band, you can see good things happen. When we hold it as support, we tend to shoot up. When we get back above it, we tend to shoot up. Again, getting back above it, the Link Bitcoin valuation shoots up. Every single time that we've come below it, and then we get back up to the above it, we tend to start moving up. Okay, this tends to be the case every single time that we're around these levels. This, you can see that we've just gotten back up to the support band. So I think this will be an important area to watch. Can we get above it? And if we can, is that going to be met with an immediate surge in the valuation of Bitcoin? If you look at prior times where we came below, and once we got above it, this one ended up being a 250% gain against Bitcoin. This one here ended up being about an 80% gain against Bitcoin. This one was approximately a 100% gain against Bitcoin. Here was approximately a 60% gain against Bitcoin. This one took us up around 109% before dumping back down. And then, of course, we had the final surge. But you can see that a lot of times when we're just above this support band, it ultimately yields fairly nice returns for the Link Bitcoin valuation. Now, do we know for a fact that this will happen? Absolutely not, right? There's no free lunch. There's risks that you ultimately take on by owning an asset like Chainlink. One of the things I would say is that as long as Bitcoin is doing something like this, then I think there's a decent chance that Link continues to gain value against Bitcoin. You can see that Bitcoin peaked approximately on January 8th. And if we look at the Link Bitcoin valuation, it started moving up. Let's go to the daily time frame. The Link Bitcoin valuation started moving up significantly. This was January 8th, and then here's the 9th. So this is the date where Bitcoin hit its top. And since then, Link has been gaining on Bitcoin. So let's take a measured move from the Bitcoin top to where we currently are. Link has gained approximately 101% against Bitcoin, despite the fact that since January 8th, Bitcoin to the current price has lost a modest 25%. So as long as Bitcoin stays in this region right here, okay, as long as it's staying in that region, it would lead me to believe the probability of Link Bitcoin trending up during that time is rather high. Again, it's not financial advice and anything is possible. But as long as Bitcoin continues this trend, which it's been on for 3 weeks now, I would expect this general trend to continue. Okay, so this general uptrend here for the Link Bitcoin valuation, I would expect to continue as long as Bitcoin is more or less doing the same thing. I would start to expect to see some type of change to this potentially whenever Bitcoin decides which way it's going, whether it's back up or back down. But until that time, I think the status quo, there's a decent chance that it stays the same. So in order for us to really break this trend, Bitcoin either would need to go well below 30K and go south of 29K, something like that. That could theoretically change a trend. Or if it all of a sudden starts putting in new highs and blasts past $42,000, then this could also change the trend as well. But I think this is definitely something we want to keep an eye on. If you look at the Link Ethereum valuation, we're still not even back up to the support band. And for Link Ether, we have spent a majority of our time above the support band. There's only been a few times in history where we ventured below it. And what we can do is we can look to see, well, the 2 times before where we did significantly go below it, or partially anyways, what happened afterwards? Well, the 2 times that it happened, you can see that this move, once we got to the support band, it rallied 713%. Here, once we got to the support band, it rallied 386%. So right now, we haven't actually even gotten to the support band yet, and we don't know if we will. I mean, it could ultimately hold some level of resistance or maybe not, but history shows that when Link Ether gets back above this level, it tends to rally. Right now, in order for us to get there, the Link Ethereum valuation would need to increase by approximately 25%. Finally, if we look at the Link USD valuation, what I'm going to do is just draw a few imaginary lines. Obviously, the price of Link does not necessarily respect these lines, but we're generally in this same uptrend that we've been on for quite a long time, except for this dump in here in December when Bitcoin is putting in the final leg of its rally. So, we've been more or less in this region, between the bottoms and the tops. We've just been moving within this region for months, in fact, and then we dumped below there. So you get the general idea, and obviously we could probably draw these lines. You could adjust them however you want, but the general idea is that this is more or less the uptrend that Link has been in since September. In fact, so since September, this is more or less the trend that it's been in. Another trend I think is interesting is actually this trend. The one where it's increasing rather quickly to the upside. So I think it'll be interesting to see if we continue this shorter term trend to the upside and basically just say goodbye to this other channel we were in, or if ultimately we stay in this channel and continue along our merry way. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys like the content, remember to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. I think it'll be important to keep an eye on Bitcoin here. Also, Ethereum to see what they're doing. You can see Bitcoin is moving back up a little bit. It's back up to 31.7. Ethereum's back up to $1,300. Link right now is at $23.61, moving up as we speak. So let's see where it goes. Again, Link, as we can see, has been one of the better performing coins this week in the top 10. Up 9% on the week. None of the others in the top 10 are even in the green except for Binance Coin. All the others are not, and we're not including stable coins. So this isn't yet, it shows yet another reason why Link is a decent addition to a portfolio just based on your Sharpe ratio. Subscribe. We also have the premium list at intothecryptoverse.com if you guys are looking for exclusive content. Give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.